I forgot to add this into the video. If you guys have any ideas that you come up with, like one of those, right? You guys have any of them ideas, message me, right? I'll leave my messages in the description of every video, right? You could go on the Instagram, you can go ahead on email, right? You will get it, right? And I'll give you my number on some stuff too if you really on that. DM me though on Instagram. But if you guys have any ideas and you on some empire stuff, you got any ideas like this, you getting money, you really trying to change your life, message me and we'll come together on some stuff. Let's get it. Anybody, drop the ego, let's get it. Kill the ego, come together, and we got it. That's more of this, and that's more of the natural way of life. And I got a video on that. Drop the ego, message me if you got any questions, you got any ideas, you know, you got anything to talk about with me. Even if you hating on me, let's get it. If you got some hate to say, message me, and I got it, right? I'll respond to you. I really will. It depends. If you want some real stuff that don't even got to do with this, then no. But if you got some message stuff you trying to build it, you really with this empire, right? Let's get it. Message me. Stay positive, stay powerful. What's good with everybody, man? This video, if you clicked on this video, you're simply gonna get some stuff that I came up with in my head, right? Some idea stuff. Most of my videos is on some how-to. Like, I tell you how to do this, how to do that, right? Real quick, let's get into it. So, ask yourself this right now, right? The people, if you think of the hood, right? Think of the hood, right? So if you think of the hood, right? Any hood that you've been to, right? You could think of any hood that you've been to. What you perceive as the hood, do it right now. Think of that right now, right? If you've seen it on TV, if you've never been to a hood before, if you've seen it on TV, if you've seen it on YouTube, right? You've seen it anywhere. Whatever you perceive as a hood, think of that stuff right now and put it in your head, right? Now, I'm not just going to tell you no stuff that's not going to do something for you in your life, right? This video is on some idea stuff, so let's get it. Think of that in your head, right? A hood. Whatever you perceive as one, okay? And you know in the hood, you know how it's people who be bangers, like gangbangers and shit, right? Whatever you want to call it. I'm saying this on some stuff where it's like no ego stuff. If you take it on some ego stuff, drop the ego. If you're not dropping the ego, you're not going to get nowhere. So you may as well click on this video, right? If you still with the ego, drop that stuff, right? Because it's not getting you nowhere. You can't get nowhere with that, right? So whatever you perceive as the hood, go ahead, think of it. Whatever you perceive as gangs, right? Gangbang, whatever you receive as that, okay? So you know how in the hood is gangsters. In the hood is people who is young men who will grow up and they just get into that gang stuff, right? Now, if you watching this video and you currently experiencing that stuff, that's even better, right? This video is really for you. Let's get it. So, that gang stuff, right? You want some gangster stuff and shit, right? Whatever you perceive as it, okay? Now, think of this. This is the whole idea stuff, right? That gang that you in, okay, say it's 10 to 20 of you on your certain street that you live at, right? Say on your neighborhood it's 10 to 20 of you. The next block over, the next street over, it's another 10, 20 of you. That makes what? 20 to 40 of you, right? So let's get it. Okay, so say at the most you get 200 of you, right? All in your state, you got 20 of you who is in the same gang, who bang the same thing, right? Now now there's a bunch of them, right? So say there's a bunch of young men out here bang, right? And it's old men out here too, right? That's how, and just like whatever you want to perceive, whatever you want to call it, right? This video, okay, just think of it like this. Up to this point in the video, think all you got to have in your head right now is, okay, I know what he's saying. It's 10 to 20, 20 to 40, at maximum 100 men in the same gang, right? 100 men who be doing the same stuff, who be living by the same stuff. They living by the same stuff. They be like, if you shoot him, I'm gonna go shoot him. I'm with you. If you do this to him, I'm with you. I'm doing that with him, right? That's how it works. So let's get it. So imagine if instead of 200, imagine if instead of a maximum of 100 men in the same gang, imagine if everybody dropped the gang stuff, dropped the ego stuff, and then came together as an empire, right? That's the type of stuff I'm on, right? You watching this video, I told you, drop the ego. Let's get into this real quick. Really drop the ego, right? Who cares where you grew up at? Where you grew up at, that has nothing to do with you right now. That's like you saying, that's like your grandma passed away 3-4 years back, and like, what? You still waking up each day doing push-ups, right? You still waking up each day, getting money, right? Because if you wasn't waking up each day getting money, then you would be broke, right? You wouldn't have no money. So it's in the past. My point is, leave that stuff in the past. Where you grew up at, that has nothing to do with you. Because if you drop the ego, where you grew up at, what clothes you wear, how you get treated by people, that has nothing to do with you, because you living in the moment. You experiencing everything like it's brand new, right? So the whole point of this video, right, as you take that in, right, the whole point of this video, why I brought this, right, I'm on some stuff where it's like, if you drop the ego and we all come together, that little small gang stuff where they affiliated, and they'll be like, okay, if you don't mess with him, I don't mess with him. And if you do mess with him, then there's gonna be some issues, right? That whole stuff. What if we all came together and it wouldn't even be no stuff like that? It wouldn't even be no stuff with like, if you don't mess with him, I don't mess with him. That's where it separates, okay, this is a gang and then this is an empire. You build an empire, you could really fuck with the government. You build an empire, you could really, I'm not gonna swear no more. You could really mess with some stuff. You could really get some real money. The gang stuff, okay, you could get some money, right? I'm not even gonna get into that stuff, right? Because I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it. I'm not gonna entertain that stuff. Let's get it. So I'm just using this as an example. Say it's 100 gangs in a state, in a certain state, right? Now let's just use that as an example. Say it's 20 gangs in a certain state, right? That you know of. In a certain state is 20 gangs. What if all 20 of them dropped the ego and then came together? And it's not that easy. You may be watching this video being like, it's not like that. It's not that easy. But if you drop the ego, it is that easy. I'm giving you the answer. Drop the ego. Let's get it. Drop the ego. Let's go get some money. Drop the ego, and then that's where the positivity comes in. I got a whole video on what is really behind all this stuff. Like, what is behind dropping the ego? Why do we naturally want to drop the ego? I got a video coming on that. This video is just on some stuff like, this isn't even on no what if stuff. This is on some stuff where if you watching this, I'm telling you right now, I'm switching up this. This is a different video from my videos. I'm outside and everything and stuff, right? I'm on some stuff where it's like, this video, I'm not on no conspiracy stuff. You know how they'd be like, what if this, what if that, right? They'd be on some what if stuff. I'm not on no what if stuff. I'm not saying what if you did this. I'm saying you drop the ego, we all come together, and you start building your empire through your city. Drop these, pick up these. That's like, you know that saying, drop the guns, put up the gloves? It's like, it's something like that. That's a small part of it, but it's like, how about you drop the ego and bring up that natural way of life, okay? And then that money gonna come, right? And then if instead of living in this small gang stuff, you with an empire now. You got a whole empire. You have an empire now, right? You could start that stuff today. That's what I mean by my how to build an empire video. I'm kind of getting into some idea stuff. You might be thinking this is some crazy stuff. If you thinking this is some crazy stuff, you didn't drop the ego, but that's all cool, right? Because not everybody dropping the ego right now. Just work on that though, right? So you dropped it. This is on some stuff where it's like, just put in your head, right? You could sit in your head. You could sit in your room, right? Instead of sitting in your room being sad, how about you sit in your room and you come up with ideas to get money? You come up with ideas to have that natural way of peace, that natural way of life. How about you sit in your room and you drop the ego and you come with ideas? That's what I'm doing. Right? It's like what's the worst that could happen with this, right? I'm giving you the answer. I'm not saying what if all these gangs in the state of California, they dropped that stuff. They dropped all their certain stuff. And then they came together as one to get money and really control that stuff, right? And then they come together with Texas, right? And they get their Texas stuff. And then Mexico come with them. They all combine and stuff, right? And then it just spreads. And then all of a sudden, everybody empire. I'm not saying that's really what I'm saying. But it's like, I'm not saying what if that happens. I'm saying that could happen. That will happen if you drop the ego. And you could start that stuff right now today, right? You know, F being with a gang, right? F being affiliated with a gang with 10 to 20 people you know, even 100 to 200 people you know. Nah, man. How about you get 1 million people? How about you get 10 million people? Oh, now it's 10 million. And now we could actually mess with the government, right? Now the government don't got nothing. It's like on some stuff like that, right? And don't pay too much attention to that government stuff. All it is dropping the ego. When you drop the ego, everybody come together. It's that natural way of life. We all want it. And I got a video coming on that natural stuff. Be natural. I got that. Right? And then what's that? You get money now. Everybody make $1. That's $10 million. Everybody make $5. I don't even, what's that? That's 50 million, right? Let's get it. Let's go. You know what it is, right? I got videos, my normal videos, how-tos coming out. Let's get it. We here to build an empire. We here to help. We here to motivate. Let's get it. We here to really come together. We here to naturally come together, right? You know, get out your bed and actually go do something. Let's get it. Stay positive, stay powerful. I'm out.